The average American is a 40-year-old divorced or soon-to-be divorced person who makes $56,000 a year, has less than $5,000 in the bank. Did I mention is fat? Spends 6 hours a day on average on their phone. Eats mostly processed foods filled with seed oils and estrogenic ingredients, and has a 1 in 5 chance of being infertile. They rate their happiness on a scale of 7 out of 10, but do you believe them? I don't. This is what being average gets you. This is what doing what people tell you to do gets you, is these results, being this guy over here. So imagine, right, you're a 40-year-old average guy, and your life's going great, right? You have all these things going on. So you go to the doctor because you're still sad. Say, hey, doc, I've done everything I need to do. Went to college, got in a lot of debt, have a broke job, have a broken family, have a fat body, and I'm still depressed. And they're like, okay, I got you. I know exactly what you need. You need these selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. You think, wow, why didn't I think of that? You go home and start taking your medication, and just maybe it dumbs you out to the point of where when you're masturbating for the second time at night instead of having sex with your wife, you almost forget what you're doing.
Hamby.
I don't know about you, but all of that situation sounds like exactly what I don't want to happen with my life. It's crazy to think that with all of the advents that technology brings us and all of this opportunity that America has for us, we're still at a point of decadence where this is our average person. I really don't know what to do about it at the macro scale. I mean, I'm fucking 20 years old, right? But it's fucking plain obvious what to do on the micro scale to make sure you don't end up like this when you're 40 years old. If you don't want these things, it's pretty obvious to me what to do. You do what nobody else is doing. This whole fucking like gym grind culture sphere kind of creates an echo chamber where it feels like everybody's doing this shit, but then you go outside and you talk to people and you realize, wow,
no one's fucking doing this shit.
This is how you become the non-average person. This is how you become the right side of the bell curve. If we break it down to the specifics, what does the average person spend their day doing? Eating processed foods, consuming bullshit content like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and Snapchat, ignoring their family and not sustaining good bonds with the people that are closest to them, consuming product after product after product, and like frankly just being lazy. You can break down each one of these points by yourselves, but I'm gonna do it because that's why I fucking made the video. If you don't want to be fat, you don't even have to work out. If you just eat good foods, you're gonna lose weight. If you eat less calories than you burn a day, you're gonna lose weight. Doesn't matter if you have a thyroid problem. Doesn't matter if you have this, that, or the other. If you eat less calories than you burn in a day, you're losing weight. That's it. That problem is such an issue in the United States, and it's such a simple thing to do. You don't even have to exercise to lose weight. You can purely just watch your diet and you will see progress. My papa, he wasn't fat, but he was on the bigger side. And I just met up with him at a family gathering not that long ago, and he was slimmed down a lot. He lost that belly. He was like, I didn't have to start exercising or anything. I just stopped drinking soda and stopped eating the fucking Swiss rolls. That is such an easy thing to get a hold of. And people that don't do it, it immediately shows how little you actually care. Screen time is another instant indicator. When I see people that are constantly consuming, I know that their ambitions are like bottom tier. There's a big difference between content like mine, or books, audiobooks, podcasts, things like this, than fucking TikToks and Instagram Reels. I'm hoping that with this video, you're at least a little mindful. There's no thoughts running through someone's head when they're scrolling on TikTok for an hour. We are already seeing the consequences with social media, like the super short attention spans, but it is going to get so much worse, and I know that for certain. The recent Pew Research studies show that 29% of Americans live alone. In this environment, you're obviously going to have a way smaller bonds with your family members. But there is one simple habit that you can implement each day that will make your bond stronger, and that's just to talk to your family. This is something that I still have to work on. You know, I get wrapped up in the day-to-day tasks that life gives me, but it's becoming more and more apparent to me as I get older. Having these bonds with your family is so important. It's so important. Don't just be the person that comes around on the holidays. Actually, just try to reach out and text them every once in a while and say hi. It goes a super long way. Consuming products is a problem that I think like most people have. I don't think you have to go super fucking minimalist and only have 3 things to your name to be happy. But also, the person that's spending fucking half their paycheck just on shit every week, they'll do that, and then they complain about being broke. It's like, I think a great first step for this is to just look around your room, look at all the shit that you have that you don't fucking need, that just sits there, and throw it away. I do the like clothes method where at the beginning of the year, I turn my hangers the opposite way. And then next year, if that shit is still there, I'm throwing it away. If I haven't worn it in a whole year, then there's no reason for me to have it, in my opinion. You might think that's a long time, and for sure you'll wear everything in your closet. Maybe you will. I moved into this place last May. This year, when May rolled around, I threw a lot of shit out, a lot of clothes out. Same with shoes too. I used to be that guy that had like fucking 11 pairs of shoes. I don't know why. I literally only wore 3. And that's what I'm doing now for those. If I don't wear a pair of shoes once December hits, they're out. They're gone. Also, just putting yourself in the right environment to where you're not tempted to buy shit. Like going to the fucking JC Penney and the Ross is obviously gonna make you want to buy some shit. So just don't fucking go there. It can be fun sometimes to go get some nice clothes, but I think that it should be an equal exchange. If you're gonna get some shit, throw some shit out. Having excess anything is never a good thing. And finally, the last point I wanted to harp on is just you're fucking lazy. I already made a video about this. I think it's a fucking good video, even though I made it a while ago. It still holds up to this day. Laziness is a problem that's weird and different from a lot of other problems, but it's still super simple to fucking fix. Picture this, right? You create a new character on Skyrim, and the first thing that you do before you even enter Whiterun is you go try to kill the giant. You know what happens when you instantly try to go for the giant. You get fucking bodied. That same mindset is what people try to do with laziness. And it's so fucking like, it keeps happening to them. They'll fucking try to fight that giant over and over again, still level 1, and they keep getting their shit rocked. It's because you're trying to fight the fucking giants. Go level up, go do some other little quests, get the XP until you're like level 40, and then come back and you'll beat that giant's ass and it'll feel easy that time. Starting out killing the fucking bears and skeletons and shit, that's how you work your way up to being able to kill the giant outside of Whiterun. That right there is honestly the most important point to this entire video, is take shit one step at a time. Progressively overload these aspects in your life that you're trying to improve on. If you start tomorrow and you're like, okay, I'm gonna start texting my family, I'm gonna start eating cleaner food, I'm gonna stop buying shit, I'm gonna throw a lot of stuff away, you're gonna fail. It took me so long to realize that, and I hate it so much. It took me so many months to realize you can't just jump in it all the way. You gotta slowly raise the bar of expectations for yourself over time. Still now, I'm not maxed out yet. Like, one second, I'm actually gonna show you. Here's my habit tracker that I made in my journal last week. Look at how many I got total. I don't know if you can see that well, but that's only 46 out of 63 that I got last week. But you know how many I got last week? Less than that. And you know how many I got the week before that? Less than that. The biggest point is, if you try to jump in it fully, all at once, you're gonna drown. And then you're gonna be like, wow, that fucking sucked ass. That was super hard, way over my head. I'm not gonna try anymore because that was too hard for me. When I first started doing things like this, I felt like this is the pussy way of trying to make yourself better at life. I thought, since I already go to the gym every day, I should be able to do this, and this every day too. That's just not how things work. I learned this way too late. I wish so bad that I saw this video that I'm making right now 3 years ago, because it would have helped me so much, would have saved me so much time. That right there is why you should subscribe, honestly.